Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. We only got 18 more days until my big protest for Single Lives Matter, solosexuality. October 24th, I plan to go to the Arizona State Fair. I had run into some prejudice at the previous Arizona State Fair and at the Ellensburg Rodeo and a few other events like that over a difference in way of life. I almost thought about doing the protest. Back in April, there was just a county fair at, I think I was in Globe, Arizona at that time. It was just on a quick vacation. I almost thought about doing it. At the time, I had just landed my job here at Phoenix College, and I was still in the process of onboarding, and I didn't want my first impression to be I just got arrested 2 days ago. Right? If I get arrested now, I have some good work under my belt. People know me. They know solosexuality. It's a very different story, right? Anyway, so I missed my opportunity to do it the last time around. But that's good because I want it to happen on October 24. Because if something were to go bad about it, and the day lives on in infamy, October 24 is Evelina Folinta's birthday. She's the second place winner of Polish Idol Season 1. She writes a lot of songs about self-love, and so I think it would be really appropriate for that to become some kind of holiday revolving around the subject. I think a lot more Americans... See, when I talk about solosexuals, people think it's a very fringe group. I think it's not. It's a very closeted group, more so than anything else. Look around yourself. First of all, 50 to 60% of Americans end up getting divorced. Why? I suspect it's because they were never meant to marry in the first place. I think there would be a whole lot less suffering if we allowed people to marry themselves. And if you look around yourself, even the people who are in happy relationships and marriages, a lot of times it's more like two solosexuals having a close friendship, right? So some examples I can think of, well, this past summer everybody was crazy about, we have our own version of Evelina Folinta here in the United States. Unfortunately, we don't accept solosexuals here in the U.S., so she ends up getting into one bad relationship after another, breaking up and then singing about it, and for some reason we like to watch her suffer. Now, it's one thing, she obviously does it for her career, but I think she's being selfish because she's setting the standard that everybody who is solosexual should just jump from one bad relationship to another. I think that's kind of selfish of her. I almost... sometimes I feel badly that I enjoy listening to her music because I don't want to be supporting that kind of behavior that the people who are influential get to set how everybody else lives their life, right? Our very first American Idol, Kelly Clarkson, may very well likely be solosexual as well. I remember in the early days of her career, she would appear on all these talk shows, and there was never any discussion of a relationship. I don't think she even took time to take care of that because she was in a relationship with herself, right? She hardly skipped a beat when she recently got divorced. Peter Shit may also be a solosexual. Oftentimes he'll be recording a Peter Shit show, and his wife or kids or somebody would get in the background, and he couldn't care less, right? He's like, I'm busy recording. I distinctly remember a couple of Peter Shit shows where he did that because the shit show is his real spouse, right? His wife is only a mistress. Now, Peter Shit has a son named Spencer who is into cryptocurrencies. There's a good chance he's solosexual as well. Only a solosexual would make it a big deal that he and his dad disagree on investments. Right. So look around you. It's everywhere, right? Oh, Evelina Folinta has a great aunt and uncle, Mary and Pierre Curry. I think they likely are solosexual as well. They had a close friendship, and Mary Curry had a second marriage after she became widowed. Right? Just read about all the great things she did after becoming widowed. It's almost like a second marriage, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.